This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
How a local youth football league is getting by during the pandemic. Welcome everyone, and thank you for your time today. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. It may be the off season, but work continues for youth football organizations like the Hazleton Area Football League as they look to get back on the field in 2021. Our Jean Lasan has more with 2021 Hazleton Area Football League President Sarah Williams.
So for those who don't know, what is the Hazleton Area Football League and what age do you serve?
So the Hazleton Area Football League, that is a Pee Wee football league and cheerleading organization in the Hazleton area. We have typically around 125 to 150 kids. Every season does vary. And we do have children from the age of 4 up to 6th grade. We also do have a cheerleading competition for our 7th and 8th graders.
How have you been coping through the pandemic? I know that there have been concerns from parents not being able to see their kids play, especially at that age. It's the younger kids, and then we have the masks that have to be worn and certain guidelines. So how have you been coping with that through the league?
The pandemic has definitely affected us and a lot of our families. We actually, the 2020 season, we were not allowed to have. It was a struggle with trying to get approvals for field locations and all the guidelines that we did have to meet. But then Tri-County, which is the division which we play in, they canceled the season altogether because unfortunately none of the teams were able to get field rentals. So right now we do have our fingers crossed and we're working very hard for the hopes of a 2021 season. But it really did affect us. Like I said, we had our children, there were about 20 of them that were graduating in the 2020 season, and they didn't get to experience their last year. As a league and team, what we did do though is we did provide them with a graduating season just so we could still honor those kids the best that we could.
Have you seen some mental and some different reasons that these children are struggling mentally because they cannot be playing sports or having any extracurricular activities?
Yes, I absolutely have. I feel like it is a very important thing to get these kids involved. I've always, even before becoming involved with this league, I've always been a push to have children involved in some kind of activity. And myself having children and them being involved in the league and looking forward to this every season, it was a struggle. I seen many heartbreak and many tears over not being able to play. And even now I'm asked just about every other day, Coach Sarah, are we having a season? And I'm just saying, fingers crossed, we're hoping.
I posed the question on my personal Facebook page, PA Friends, Youth Sports, what are your concerns, questions, comments during the pandemic? And a majority saying absolutely zero, let these kids just play sports. Is that really been the same kind of opinions you're receiving?
Yes.
Looking at what is going on that you're doing to provide the kids some normalcy, you have an event that they get to look forward to. And what is that?
Yes. On March 27th from 1 to 3, we are holding our first annual Easter egg hunt. This is open to the community. It is going to be at Joe Wargo Field in Clares. It is for children from ages 3 to 12. We're going to have prizes. The Easter Bunny is going to be there, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Very good. And also registration is coming up as the governor announces opening up the state more and more. We see that more things are going to be happening. Hopefully we get back to some normalcy.
Yes.
But you are having registration. Who can register and when is that registration taking place?
Right now, we don't have a definite date. We are going to be, again, with this Easter egg hunt, with those prizes, there are going to be some special eggs with free registrations in them. Typically, the registrations are $35. And what I would encourage everybody who is interested, follow our Facebook page, and that's where we will have the dates. Anybody is always welcome to reach out to me directly, and I will definitely give any information that I can.
Very good. Again, the Hazleton Area Football League, we're getting kids back to sports, back to some normalcy. The Easter egg hunt will be March 27th from 1 to 3. And again, registration, we're going forward with the new season with fingers crossed that we can get back these kids back to football, cheerleading, and all the other sports that we like them to enjoy. So Sarah, thanks for joining us here on SS.
Thank you so much.
Today's news feature is brought to you by the Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott. Need to relax? Book a stay at our indoor pool and dry sauna. Call the Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott at 570-453-0300.
Thank you for that story, Janine. We've been telling you about candidates who have entered some of the local races in the primary election. Jimmy Sabatino of Drums is running for Luzerne County Council. He's seen here in the center at a petition signing event with Tony Colombo on the left and Vianney Castro on the right, who are both running for Hazleton City Council. Also, Mark Ondition has announced he is getting a petition together to run for Hazleton City Council. Keep up with the primary election on our Facebook page and at standardspeaker.com.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. On Wednesday, it's sunny with a high in the 40s. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low in the 20s. Thursday is mostly sunny with a high in the 30s. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 20 degrees. Friday is mostly sunny with a high near 30 degrees. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 20 degrees. For Saturday, it's mostly sunny with a high in the 30s. And Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 20 degrees. We have a bunch of sports coming your way, including a story with the Schuylkill League girls basketball champions, North Schuylkill, and a clip from our show Out of Left Field about a mountaineer who got inspired while growing up in our area.
Registration for 4K in kindergarten in the Shenandoah Valley School District will be held on Friday, March 26th. People must call the elementary office at 570-462-2796 for registration information and to schedule an appointment. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Carol A. Fisher, age 70 of Milnesville. Services will be private under the E. Franklin Griffiths Funeral Home. Anna D. Gallardo, age 66 of Hazleton. Services will be held at the convenience of the family under the McKee Wilczek Funeral Home. Joseph P. Ignatovich, age 80 of Weatherly. The funeral service will be held on Friday at 4 p.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 3 to 4 p.m. at the funeral home. Donald J. Martonic, age 77, of Palm Bay, Florida. Mass will be held on Thursday at 11 a.m. at St. John the Baptist Polish National Catholic Church. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Eugene Pug Matwicha, age 89 of McAdoo. Mass will be held on Friday at 11 a.m. at St. Mary's Ukrainian Catholic Church in McAdoo. Friends may call Friday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. at the Damiano Funeral Home. And Stanley J. Sockel, age 36, formerly of McAdoo, who passed away on February 2nd. Services were held in North Carolina. Local arrangements will be held at a later date. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.